Hello, it's Makeda. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're talking about having patience while waiting so long. And as usual, I like to give everyday tips from the Bible. We're in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, and we're going to look at verse number 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So the first half of that verse, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Usually at the end of something, there's a sense of accomplishment, like, yes, I finished it. And sometimes with certain situations, we don't understand why they're happening as they're happening to us. But after they've passed, then we realize, okay, this happened because I had to learn from it, or I had to help somebody with this situation. So I believe that's why they say the end is better than the beginning, because then you understand. But while we're going through it, we have to enjoy the journey and do our best to get through it. And talking about journey, the latter part of that verse, it says, the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Patience. A lot of us don't have it. It is a scarce commodity, but it is definitely vital in this journey we call life, because sometimes things don't happen exactly when we want them to happen or think they should happen. And as a result, we really have to practice that patience and having that patience. I did a little bit of research trying to figure out how long it took Noah. I thought about Noah and how long it took him to build the ark. And I was really, really surprised. There's not really an exact number, but different theologians say it was between 55 to 120 years it took Noah to build that ark. Can you imagine, like, a dream given to you and it takes so long for it to become realized? And of course, you're being ridiculed along the way. And the Bible talks a little bit about that too, also in Ecclesiastes. In Ecclesiastes, we're in 7, it's in chapter 7 still, but in verse 6, it talks a little bit about it. Or this is my interpretation of it. It says, for as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. And let's visualize for a second. This is what I gather. Back in those days, you go and you gather your bush, and maybe the bush has some thorns and things like that, and you gather it because you're going to be making a fire. So you gather it up, and then you light it, and then you place your pot on top of that bush. As you're placing your pot on top of that bush, you're going to hear the crackling of the thorns, the crackling of the sticks as you place your pot upon it. But afterwards, there's silence because it is set and the thorns have no more pressure to make it crackle anymore. And I believe that's how it is too when we're going after our dream or our goals. There might be people around us laughing and cackling. Just like in Noah's days, they ridiculed him for building this ark because in his time, they had not seen rain in a very, very long time, much as to water. So they were like, what are you doing? There's not even any water around here, but you're building a boat. So when you're going after your dreams, things that other people don't understand, your dream was given to you, it wasn't given to others, so other people are not going to understand it. So some people are going to laugh and make fun of you. But it's okay. Just like the thorns under that pot, it will be loud at first, but after a while, their noise will die down, and you just have to stay focused. Lastly, I wanted us to look at verse 10. It says, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these days? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this." And what I gather from this is sometimes we'll reminisce on the previous days, and we're like, man, in the past, things were so much better. Life was better for me. What is going on? Like, why were the past days better than these days? And that's not the best question. And here it's saying that's not the best question you should ask yourself. We should probably ask better questions, such as, how can I improve my circumstances now so that they are more better? Let's not focus on spilled milk or what happened in the past. We can focus on our life now and what we're doing now, and just know that if it's a trying time right now, or you've been waiting for so long, we just have to keep having patience. That's not to say that you're not going to be upset, you're not going to be frustrated sometimes. Sometimes you are going to feel that way. Jesus went through a lot during his lifetime, and he knew everything that was going to come at him, but he still felt emotions just like us. He still felt emotions just like us. He still cried, he was still sad, he was still angry at times. But he knew the final goal. And that's how we have to focus too. We have to focus on our final goal and going after it and having that patient spirit, even though it's been so long and even though it's taking such a long time. And even though we're frustrated, sometimes we just have to give our burdens over to God and be like, God, it's in your hands. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to take actions, and dear Lord, just guide me in where I should go. Sometimes that's all we have to do. Release control over to him, have patience, obey, and everything will work out well. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope God gives you grace and blessings as you go on this journey, trying to go after your dreams, figure out what you want in life. May you have grace. Have an amazing day. Much love. Bye.